Hello, my dear students, and welcome back. I know your exams are just around the corner, but don't you worry one bit. In this quick explainer, we're going to make this chapter, Diversity in the Living World, super simple and so easy to remember. Are you ready? Let's go.
Okay, let's just jump right in. Wow, just look at this incredible picture. From the teeny tiny ant crawling on the ground to the birds flying high, the fish swimming in the water, and that cow just chilling, our world is absolutely buzzing with all kinds of life. It's really like one giant, amazing party happening all the time.
So here's our simple game plan. First, we'll get a feel for all this variety. Then we'll become detectives and learn how to group plants and animals. After that, we'll see how they're perfectly designed for their homes, why we need to protect them, and we'll finish with some quick revision points. Trust me, remembering all this for your exam will be a piece of cake.
Right, our first stop. Welcome to the living world. So, have you ever just looked around and wondered why? Why are there so many different kinds of plants and animals everywhere we look?
Well, the answer is one very important word: biodiversity. It's a big word, but it just means the variety of plants and animals you find in one place. You can think of it like nature's huge, colorful family photo. Every single creature has its own special spot.
But, hold on a second. Scientists say there are millions, maybe even tens of millions of different species on Earth. How on earth can we possibly study all of them? It sounds impossible, doesn't it? Well, that's where grouping them, or what we call classification, comes to the rescue. It's our secret trick to make sense of it all.
And now for our next section. It's time to put on our detective hats, because we're about to find all the clues to sort out the entire green kingdom of plants. This is going to be fun. So our first and simplest clue is just looking at the size and the stem. First, we have herbs. They're short with soft green stems, just like a tomato plant. Then we have shrubs, which are kind of medium-sized with hard, woody stems, like a beautiful rose plant. And finally, the giants. Trees. Tall with thick, hard stems like a yummy mango tree. Simple, right?
And here you can see it perfectly. On the left, there's the tomato plant, that's our herb, and on the right, the rose plant, our shrub. You can so clearly see the difference in their size and their stems, can't you?
Okay, detectives, our second clue is hiding right there in the leaves. If you look really close at a leaf, you'll see these tiny lines called veins, and there are two main patterns. There's reticulate venation, which looks all messy like a spider's web, and then there's parallel venation, where the lines run neatly side by side, just like railway tracks.
Now, let's dig a little deeper, literally. For our third clue, we look at the roots. And here, too, there are two main types. The taproot system has one main thick boss root with smaller roots coming off the sides. But the fibrous root system, it's just like a big bunch of thin hair, all tangled up at the bottom.
And look at these diagrams. On the left, you see the taproot of a mustard plant. See that one main root going straight down? And on the right, you have the fibrous roots of grass. It's like a whole network. This makes it crystal clear, doesn't it?
All right, time for a quick-fire exam question. Pay close attention now. If a plant's leaf has parallel venation, you know, the railway track lines, what kind of root will it most likely have? Think about it for a second. The answer is a fibrous root. Well done if you got that right.
And this table, my dears, connects all our clues. This is your super important cheat sheet for plants. Listen carefully. Dicot plants have two seed parts, web-like reticulate leaves and a taproot. Monocot plants have one seed part, railway track parallel leaves and fibrous roots. Please remember this connection. It's almost a guaranteed exam question. Fantastic work on plants, detectives. You are all pros now. Let's switch our focus to the amazing animal kingdom. So how do we even begin to sort all these different creatures? You know what? We use simple clues again. First, where do they live? Is it on land? We call that terrestrial. In water? That's aquatic. Or maybe both. Then they're amphibians. Second, how do they move? Do they walk, fly, or swim? See? Super simple. Now we come to what I think is the most fascinating part of this whole chapter: habitats and adaptations. This is where we get the answer to the big why. Why do living things have the features they have? Why do they look the way they do? Just take a look at this. We have two camels here. One is from the hot desert of Rajasthan, and the other is from the cold desert of Ladakh. They're both camels, right? But one has a single hump, the other has two. One looks kind of lean, and the other has thick, shaggy fur. What's going on? Why the difference? And the answer is adaptation.
This is another super important word for your exams. Adaptations are just the special features that help a plant or animal survive in its home or its habitat. It's like having the perfect superpower that is tailor-made just for the place you live.
For example, a camel's hump stores food for the desert. Deodar trees are shaped like a cone, so all the snow just slides right off. A cactus has a thick, fleshy stem to store water, and a fish has that sleek, streamlined body to zip through the water easily. All of these are perfect examples of adaptation.
Okay, so we've learned how to spot all this variety and understand it, but why does any of it matter? Why should we even care about protecting all this biodiversity?
We should care because of this. Look at this magnificent, majestic creature, the Bengal tiger. Its home, its habitat, is getting smaller and smaller because of what we humans do. And when an animal loses its home, it really struggles to survive.
But there is good news. There is hope. Our government has started some really important projects to help out. You might have heard of Project Tiger, which started way back in 1973, and the more recent Cheetah Reintroduction Project from 2022. These are projects that work to protect these amazing animals and give them their homes back.
All right, everyone, take a deep breath. We are at the final stretch now. Here are the most important points from the entire chapter. Think of this as your exam cheat sheet. Get ready to take a mental screenshot.
Here we go. The 4 most important things to remember. 1. Biodiversity is simply the variety of life. 2. We group plants by their stems and always remember that magic link. Taproot goes with reticulate leaves, and fibrous root goes with parallel leaves. 3. Adaptation is the special superpower for survival. And 4. To save our plants and animals, we absolutely must protect their homes. Got it? Perfect.
And that's a wrap. So here's your mission for today. Go be a real-life scientist. What's one new plant or animal you can spot in your own neighborhood? Try to identify it using the clues we learned today. Thank you so much for joining me, my dear students. Study well, stay curious, and all the very best for your exams. You are going to do great.